So, today started like every other day. Woke up, got out of bed, brushed my teeth, made breakfast, locked my front door, and headed to work. I live in a pretty unsafe neighborhood, so I have to always remember to lock my doors and make sure all of my windows are locked as well. I work at an office, so the mundane schedule of my life continues throughout the whole day. I'm currently mapping out how a website needs to look and then sending those to the design team so they can start creating the website. It's kind of weird how they're called the design team, but they don't actually do any designing themselves. Anyway, I work on that all the way till it's time for lunch. Our lunch takes place in a cafeteria type setting where every little business that works around it gets to eat there for a low price of roughly $3. The food there is always shitty, but I can't really complain because of the prices. We get an hour off during our lunch break, so after lunch I always check my phone for the remaining 25 minutes of my break. As soon as I turn on my phone, I notice I have a notification for a picture uploaded to my Facebook account. Strange. I honestly don't remember uploading any pictures, so I open Facebook to see which picture uploaded. What the fuck? It's just a picture of my living room. When I get back to my office, I get another notification for a picture uploaded to my account. It's a picture of my bedroom with what looks like to be blood on my bed sheets. It doesn't take long before people start messaging me asking what the hell is going on, and it takes over an hour to explain to everyone that I'm fine. I'm in my office, and I'll figure everything out when I get home. My mother messaged me asking if she should call the cops, and I tell her it's fine. It's probably some prankster who was in my house before and decided to spook me while I'm at work. I decide that I've had enough of these uploads, so I changed the ID and password to my account. Luckily for me, I only have Facebook. I've never really gotten into the other social media websites. I know most people would panic at this point, but for me, there really is no reason for me to panic. I mean, I have an ungodly amount of locks on my doors, and all my windows are completely bulletproof. I swear I could get through the purge in this house, so there's no way anyone could get in. It's 2 p.m. now, so only 4 more hours to go before I can go home. There hasn't been another disturbance on my Facebook in the past 2 hours, so I start to calm down. Get back to work on the website, and before I know it, 6 p.m. has arrived. I need to pick up some milk and eggs on the way home, so I stop at my local grocery store. It's 7:30 by the time I get home, and as I unlock the door, I see a figure in the doorway. I can't help but gasp at a man missing both hands and feet. The wrists are oozing with blood, but the scabs around the blood are cold. His nose has been stapled downwards, and each side of his mouth has been sewn together, leaving only a small space to open his mouth. Ears have been cut off only to be replaced by the ears of a stuffed animal. I'm fucking shocked. I mean, what the fuck? How did my pet fucking manage to get out of the basement? I swear, pets are getting smarter every day. Like I said, I'm safe inside of my house. No one can sneak into my house, or sneak out of my house. I know it's weird that I'm just now talking about this, but I've been uncomfortable with sharing this story until now. Back in 2006, everybody was ditching MySpace for Facebook. I was pretty reluctant as I had spent so much time on my custom MySpace account that was all me, and I had spent so much time designing. But being a teenager who wanted to fit in, I moved over to Facebook along with all my friends. I was enjoying Facebook, and it was a nice new platform. But it all changed one day when I got a friend request from an anonymous account who I had no clue when hell was. Their profile picture was an anonymous default Facebook avatar, and their profile was completely empty except for one post that said, "The end is near." Its profile name was Of other disgrace, Jupiter in place. 10 years to go. It didn't have any friends except for an account that had a weird symbol as its avatar, and in every status rambled in some unearthly language. I found that was very weird and declined the request. Not even an hour later, I received another request from this account. I was beyond freaked out. Why was this terrifying account only friending me? I declined again. This time, it was really horrifying. Less than half a second after declining the account, it friended me again. How could it possibly do it so fast? I declined again to see what happened. It did it again, and each time automatically requested again. I was annoyed at this point, so I blocked the account and logged off. After I logged back on the next day, I was a bit weirded out to see that I had 40 messages. My friends didn't spam me with messages, so I was worried someone might be in an emergency. When I clicked on the messages tab, my heart sank as I saw the same account that I had blocked had messaged me. How was that even possible? I had blocked them. They couldn't do that. The messages read as follows.
Why did you block us? You have no idea what you're dealing with. Don't mess with the forsaked, unstable forces. Reply.
It rambled in its weird, unearthly language for about 30 messages. I typed the messages into Google, hoping a detected language would pop up, but nothing came up. The account then told me my full name, address, and my blood type. How the hell did it know these things? I was scared shitless. It then proceeded to tell me that it would come for me because it knew where I lived, and it would only take 10 years. I was horrified and reported the account. After I reported the account, my computer was instantly taken over by some weird virus. The screen went pitch black for about a second before lighting up with neon colors and speaking in its weird, unearthly language in some text-to-speech monotone voice. Then, pop-ups started happening. They were all just text, which was in some weird, odd language, and then a picture of what looked to be outer space. All of a sudden, my computer just crashed and turned off. I was about to throw up and reluctantly turned on my computer, which was perfectly fine, and no trace of the virus was there. I logged back onto Facebook. No request from the account. All the messages were gone. I searched for the account, and it was completely gone. I was relieved and terrified at the same time. I want to ask, does anybody remember this account? And did anybody ever have the same problem? The reason I have just now chosen to speak about this is that just this morning, I realized something, and I'm utterly horrified. It's been 10 years. Facebook, the mainstream media platform that has been around for ages, used to communicate with people from around the globe or in your own little community. Now, you all have your reasons as to why you have abandoned this social media platform. Parents didn't want you on there, getting in trouble with others on the site, etc. Well, I wouldn't say that my reason isn't the only one that stands out, as there are many others like it. But holy hell, I haven't stopped thinking about it ever since. Let me explain. I was a rather big-time user of Facebook. Most of my so-called friends were mainly those that could also be found in my mother's friends list on the site, though a few of my real friends from school occasionally visited the site once in a while. You guys know of the kidnappings, stalkers, and supposed pedophiles roaming Facebook that the media has reported about, yes? Of course you would. So, about a month ago, I was just looking around the front page, occasionally staring at the few cat pictures that had been posted, and watching some videos of people and their experiences with skydiving or their trip to Peru. Then, I received a rather random friend request. Seeing as I usually get requests from my mother's friends, I pulled open the tab, thinking that I would be greeted by the name of, say, one of the people that work at the hospital reception desk. This was not the case. The profile's name was labeled as Julia Roberts. It had no profile picture, no background history of posts, absolutely blank. Thinking it was just some random bot that would love to spam me with either ads or stuff I didn't want, I ignored the request and went on my merry way. Then Messenger pinged, the app that is basically the Facebook version of a chat room. I opened the app and checked my messages. It was from Julia. Seeing as that I now knew it wasn't a bot, I entered the chat room wanting to apologize for my actions and explained why I ignored the request. The very second I joined the room, the profile sent me a message. I see you have ignored my request. Well, yeah, at first I thought you were a bot who was trying to get my information or wanted to sell me something, I replied back. Don't think I can't find you. It's very easy nowadays. Excuse me? I responded, not really taking this seriously as many other people have claimed they had hacked my IP address before. Let's see, 101 Wilmington Street, Detroit, Michigan. Yeah, that's what it says on my profile. Not really hard to find out, I said, my naive mind still not believing a word they were saying. I'm right outside your door. Knowing that no one could be able to find out where I lived and be able to instantly be at my front doorstep, I laughed and responded, Oh really? Let me go check. I stood up off the couch and trotted my way to the door, lifting up the blinds. What stood out on the doorstep has still terrified me to this day. From the dim lights that emitted off my shitty porch light, I could see that a man, somewhere around his 40s, was standing outside. He had matted brown hair, brown eyes, and what seemed to be yellow teeth. He smiled at me when I made eye contact with him, and then spoke just one small sentence to me.
Peekaboo, I see you.
His voice was what I could call a mixture of Herbert the Pervert and Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. I instantly pulled the chain lock into place and fastened the deadbolt on the door, grabbed my phone, and sprinted into the bathroom, locking myself in. I crawled inside the cupboard and shut the door. I had no idea what to think. I had always heard that people had been stalked on the internet, but I never truly believed it. The fact that my house was now trying to be invaded by a complete stranger had proven otherwise. I instantly dialed 911 and could barely contain myself when the operator picked up. 911, what's your emergency? Listen, I need the cops right fucking now. There's someone trying to break into my house, I said frantically, trying to keep my voice down. I could hear the intruder smashing away at the front door. It'd at least take him a minute to bash it down with the deadbolt in place. Sir, I need you to calm down. Now, please tell me again, what is your emergency? Did you not hear me? There's some psycho trying to break down my fucking door, and I need the cops right now. Sir, please calm down. Now tell me, what is your address? 101 Wilmington Street, the house on the far end with the blue shingles. Please, send somebody. I think they're almost through the door. A police responder has been sent to your location and will arrive in a few minutes. Please stay on the phone. At that moment, I heard the front door cave in, and with a loud smash, the door fell to the floor, and all was silent. The intruder had made it inside. I could hear the man rummaging through the kitchen, opening the cupboards, cabinets, and even the fridge door in an attempt to find me.
Where are you, my little mouse? Where are you hiding?
They said in a sadistic voice, acting as if they were calling a dog. I stay as quiet as I possibly can, hoping and begging that they wouldn't try searching the bathroom and that the police would arrive soon. For God's sake, can't the cops get here any faster? Sir, please remain calm. There's a fucking psycho in my house searching for me to do God knows what. I need the cops right now. Sir, our responders have indicated that they have arrived at the premises and are now securing the building. Have a nice day. And with that, the operator hung up. Thank Jesus he was correct, as within a few moments after hanging up, a loud, gravely voice screamed, "Get on the ground!" with a few other sounds that may have indicated a small scruffle between the two, which has been followed by silence. A small knock on the bathroom door coaxed me out of my hiding place, unlocked and walked out. After the paperwork was filed, a small questioning session and a court meeting which took way longer than it needed to be, the man was put behind bars and sentenced to life in prison.